Hello everyone and welcome back. This time, let me take you to a different side of Thailand. We spent 3 beautiful days in Sangkhlaburi, a place that felt completely different from anything that I had experienced before. Sangkhlaburi is a small district in Kanchanaburi province in western Thailand near the Thai-Myanmar border. Quiet, peaceful, and deeply connected to the Mon culture, it offered us a completely different experience of Thailand. So we left Bangkok around 9 in the morning and reached Kanchanaburi about an hour later. I have always felt that Kanchanaburi blends nature and city life so beautifully. It feels peaceful but still lively at the same time. The only stop we made in Kanchanaburi is the Wat Tham Sua, also known as the Tiger Cave Temple. The last time we came here, we climbed the stairs, but this time, because of the heat and the time of the day, we took the cable car instead. The temple is built in a beautiful mixture of Thai and Chinese architectural styles and houses a massive golden Buddha statue that immediately catches your attention. The details were stunning, especially against the bright blue sky. Perched high on a hilltop, the temple overlooks endless green rice fields. Honestly, it's one of the most beautiful views in Kanchanaburi. Then we climbed to the top of the temple structure for even more breathtaking views. Portraits of the kings of Thailand were displayed on the temple walls, and I finally got to see the portrait of King Rama V, deeply respected and lovingly remembered by his people as the great beloved king. After a quick lunch, we continued our journey towards Sangkhlaburi. The drive took us almost 3 hours, winding through mountains, forests, and quiet roads. And by the time we arrived, everything already felt slower and calmer. We checked into Paradise Resort, a peaceful hotel about 10 minutes away from the Mon village. And by 5 p.m., we were back on the road again. Sangkhlaburi felt like the complete opposite of Bangkok, quiet, laid back, and untouched in many ways. Life here seems slower, more traditional, and deeply connected to nature and community. Our first stop was the famous Mon Bridge for a sunset walk, and honestly, it was so beautiful. The bridge is known to be the longest wooden bridge in Thailand and the second longest wooden bridge in the world. More than just a landmark, it symbolizes the friendship between the Thai and Mon communities, connecting the Mon village with the Thai side of Sangkhlaburi. Little Mon girls walked gracefully across the bridge, carrying pots on their heads, posing for the photos, and little Mon boys explained the history of the bridge and the village to the visitors. We crossed over to the Mon village. We then walked back beneath the bridge to enjoy a closer view of the wooden structure from below. Since the water level was low, a bamboo bridge had been built along the river, allowing us to walk across it. We stayed there until it got dark, just walking slowly and taking everything in. We then headed to the walking street in town for dinner. Compared to Bangkok, it was much smaller and quieter, but that made it feel even more authentic. The street was filled with local food stalls, and I noticed that the flavors here were much spicier with a strong Burmese influence in many of the dishes. It was the perfect way to end our first day in Sangkhlaburi. We started our second day with a visit to the famous Three Pagoda spas located near the Thai-Myanmar border. In less than 30 minutes, we reached the border area. The atmosphere there felt calm and peaceful, very different from the busy border crossings that you usually imagine. On the Thai side stand the three small pagodas lined side by side, simple yet historically significant. The pagodas were built as memorials connected to the long history between Thailand and Myanmar and mark an important ancient trading and military route between the two countries. Nearby, we explored the small border market, which had a very local and traditional feel to it. The stalls sold all kinds of things: wooden carvings, kitchenware, gemstones like jade and ruby, textiles, local snacks, and even imported goods from Myanmar. The wooden kitchenwares were pretty cheap. We ended up buying a few for ourselves as well. On our way back, we stopped by a beautiful temple hidden in the middle of the forest. It was incredibly peaceful with hardly any visitors around. The quiet surroundings, the sound of nature, and the stillness of the temple made it feel almost untouched. And by the time we got back to town, it was already lunchtime. And that's when we discovered what became our favorite restaurant in Sangkhlaburi, the Onrak vegetarian restaurant. I was genuinely excited because finding a fully vegetarian restaurant in Thailand itself can sometimes be difficult, so finding one in a small town like Sangkhlaburi was such a pleasant surprise. But what made the place even more special was the story behind it. The restaurant is connected to a non-profit organization that supports vulnerable children from both Thailand and Myanmar. So every meal here felt like it was contributing to something meaningful. And honestly, everything about the restaurant exceeded our expectations. The menu had many vegetarian options we didn't expect to find here. The food was delicious, the portions were generous, and the price was very reasonable. We loved it so much that we kept going back every day until we left Sangkhlaburi. And if you ever visit this town, I would absolutely recommend this place. Trust me, you won't regret it. At around 4 p.m., we headed out again and visited the Jedi Buddhagaya. Built in 1982, the pagoda was inspired by the Mahabodhi temple in Bodh Gaya, India, the place where Buddha attained enlightenment. Surrounded by mountains and peaceful surroundings, the place felt very calm and relaxing. We spent some time walking around and enjoying the quiet atmosphere before heading back. And just like that, our second day in Sangkhlaburi came to an end. Our third day in Sangkhlaburi began on a very peaceful and spiritual note. Early in the morning, we headed back to the Mon village. The atmosphere felt completely different from the evening before. People dressed in traditional Mon clothing prepared to welcome the new year through merit making and prayers. We stood on the bridge watching the sunrise over the water. It felt magical. The soft morning light, the mist over the river, and the peaceful surroundings made it such a beautiful start to the day. Soon after, we joined the locals for alms offering. Later, we took a boat ride across the lake to visit the three famous temples, one of the most unique experiences in Sangkhlaburi. The boat ride itself was beautiful, surrounded by mountains, calm water, and peaceful scenery all around us. We also learned that the experience changes completely depending on the season. The first temple we visited stood along the lake shore. During this time of the year, the water level was low, allowing us to walk around parts of the ancient temple ruins. The second temple was the farthest from the lake. It felt quiet and mysterious with old structures partially covered by tree roots, giving the place a timeless and peaceful atmosphere. The last temple we visited was actually underwater. We were told that during the rainy seasons, the lake rises so much that only the tops of the temple, roofs and spires remain visible above the water. It was a beautiful experience. We rested in the afternoon. The afternoon heat in Thailand during April can be extremely intense, especially during the Songkran season. Later in the evening, we headed back into the town. By then, Songkran celebrations had already begun. Before making our way back home, we visited the Wat Wang Wiki Karam, one of the most important temples for the local community in Sangkhlaburi. Built in a blend of Mon and Thai architectural styles, the temple is home to many monks, most of whom belong to the Mon ethnic group. After that, we visited the giant golden Buddha statue overlooking the lake. Standing tall against the mountains and the sky, it could be seen from far away and added such a peaceful presence to the landscape. Even though parts of the area were still under construction, the statue itself was impressive, and the views from up there were so beautiful. So Sangkhlaburi gave us a unique experience, peaceful, cultural, spiritual, and different from the Thailand that we are used to seeing. On our way back, we stopped at a dam in Kanchanaburi. The scenery there was beautiful, surrounded by mountains and endless water views. And just like that, our trip came to an end. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.